Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerjay.com. Well, the switch on your dryer door is going out. It's a lot easier to repair than you think. Stick with me and I'll show you how. Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. You have one of these type of dryers and you're finding that this switch right here is either absolutely failed and the dryer won't run, or that it's starting to fail. And let me show you what that partial failure looks like. If I take this and close the door softly and then go ahead and turn on the timer, I can get the dryer to run. However, if I accidentally, like many times we do, or you have guests in the house and they slam the door and then you try to get it to run, nothing happens. Something in the switch is jarred, it's not making contact, and you can't get it to start no matter what. And then people start thinking the dryer's broken, all that. But if I just simply open the door and then close it softly again, the dryer runs. Well, that gets irritating after a while. Fortunately, the fix is really easy. Now, while this is a Whirlpool WED 5600 SQ0 model, these type of dryers use very similar setups, and generally speaking, you end up with a switch over in this corner and the wiring to access is pretty much the same. So let's walk through it on this particular machine, and likely what I'm going to show you can be used over yours as well. Now, one other thing I want to mention, I like to buy all of my parts online at either ereplacementparts.com or partsselect.com. They're listed in the description below where you can go and buy parts. It isn't just buying parts though. These services show parts diagrams of the unit so you can see where that component fits, where it is in relationship to other things, and some other great explanatory material there that help you to be a better appliance technician. So when you go there, you're going to purchase those. When you get the part, it'll come in a box like this. We just open it up. Parts usually packaged inside a bubble wrap, and it's very secure. And here you can see this is a genuine Whirlpool part that we got from eReplacement Parts. Well, let's show you how to repair it or put the component in. The really cool thing about this repair is that at the very least, you'll just need Phillips screwdrivers, and this one will probably do the job for us. But if the clip that holds the wiring together to the harness is a little stubborn, you may need some pliers or a thin-bladed standard screwdriver to do that. But chances are we'll only need one of these screwdrivers, and here it is. It's very easy, about 3 or 4 steps. Okay, the first thing you need to do is make sure you unplug the machine just to be safe and that you don't end up touching something that can cause you problems. So get that unplugged, set that plug aside. The second thing, you're going to go ahead and pull the lint screen out, which is a sloped or curved unit that catches as much of the lint that's being expelled as possible so it doesn't go in your vent system. And then what you'll see right off is 2 screws right here. So what we're going to do is simply remove those screws. Now I'm going to warn you, you don't want the screws dropping down there, so be very careful. Either you can cram something in there, and that's what I'll do. I'll just start to loosen these, and then I'm going to put a washcloth or something there so that I don't end up having those lost down there, just in case, okay? So that's cheap insurance. Let's go ahead and undo these 2 screws. Not very long, only takes a moment. Let's set those aside in a safe place. Now, the only thing you need to do is bounce this forward just a little bit. And I'm going to put my leg against this and start to rotate this. And when you do, pull it forward. You may have to bounce it a little bit. Now this whole thing pivots up on hinge points right here. I just moved the dryer out a little bit, rotate that back and let it rest on the wall above. So now we are at where the switch is harnessed, and what we're going to do here is get down here and undo this. But over here you can see the wire harness right here where the switch is tied to it. We're going to undo that, and we'll see if that comes apart on its own. Looks like I will need like a little screwdriver or something to get that attached apart. So let me do that. To get this apart, I just force this straight screwdriver down along the sleeve on both sides to get that to release. That has to be a secure connection because you don't want that coming apart during the operation of the machine. All right, now we've isolated the switch, and there's only 2 Phillips screws on the other side that we'll get there and we'll undo. All right, let's go ahead and open the door, and the switch is located right there. And it's only held in place with 2 Phillips screws, so we're going to go ahead and remove those. Again, be careful where those land. You don't want to be chasing those under a piece of furniture. All right, let's put in the new switch now. The connectors are indexed. You'll see that there's a little rooftop shape on both of these that allow you to only put the connector together one way. So let's go ahead and put those together, and then you can hear it snap. It will not come apart, and that's good because in this vibrating environment, you don't want those connections working loose. Now let's go ahead and feed the switch in down through. And on my side up here, I'm going to line up the holes so that those screws go in, and then we'll just put the screws back in and reassemble. Don't tighten the first one all the way down, just get that started, and let's get the second one in. All right, the switch is now installed, it's secured, everything's tightened up, connected. Let's power this back up and see that our repair did what it was supposed to do. All right, let's temporarily lower down the top here after we've plugged it back in, and just to get it in the right position, we're gonna go ahead and shut the door like this, and let's turn it on to see what happens. Okay, obviously the machine runs now, but let's try that door slam and see if that makes a difference. Nope, it fixed it. So also notice that in here when I open the door, of course it turns on the light as well. So we're able to fix this. Let's go ahead and put the machine back together. So remember to check out those links below that show you where to get your own parts and schematics so you can do this job yourself. And while you're at it, check out this other video where we tell you if you're in the market for a new washing machine, why a front loader machine should be the choice for you. Check out that video and tell us what you think. And while you're at it, check out this other episode that YouTube thinks is perfect for your interests, and we'd enjoy it a lot too if you'd watch it. Until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from Dirt Farmer Jay enjoying a fully operational dryer.